I've been talking a lot about personal values in my newsletter and in a lot of my LinkedIn posts lately because of the profound effect that doing a personal values exercise had on me and really understanding my energy. And so I wanted to dive a little bit deeper because I've been getting questions around what are your personal values. And so this month I wanted to start with one of the most important ones to me, which is what I call having an abundant life. Going through this exercise has helped me really understand what abundance actually means, because when I say having an abundant life, it's not a bigger house and a better car and more stuff. Abundant life actually means to me that I have freedom and control of doing things that I'm really passionate about and taking the time that I want on things that are really for me and focused on things that are going to help me grow. So the biggest thing for this year that has helped me with abundant life, and I think this is something many of us as leaders struggle with, is boundaries. It's actually my word of the year because it's something I struggle with. I am a people pleaser. I am a say yes if someone asks me to do something. It's why I've been on nonprofit boards, too many of them usually, because I just say yes to anything that someone asks me to do because I want to help and I want to be involved. And what I realized is those boundaries were being set for other people instead of for myself. It wasn't about the nonprofit board or the event that I was helping to support or the client that wanted something else, a little more from me. It was that it was hitting my personal value of abundant life. It was restricting me from doing the things that I wanted to do. And so I had to get selfish. And that's something I've learned this year, is that I've really reframed how I look at the word selfish, because I've had to get selfish with my time. I've had to get selfish with my own energy to ensure I had the right energy for my family and for myself and for my team. Because when I'm low energy, when I'm not living an abundant life, I've realized that everyone suffers, including me. And so while boundaries are hard, they really help us create the life that we want and in the end show up with the energy that we want to give others. And a big piece of me living into this value of abundant life is my support structure that I have around me. Whether that's my husband and my kids, but more, it's my team. And I've realized that the only way I've been able to live into that abundant life value is because I've built the right team and we have 100% of the right people in the right seats. And as we continue to grow, we'll make decisions and some will be right and some might not be right, and we'll have to work through that. But having the right team is, as a leader, what allows you to take the time that you need to live into your values. Another thing that has been important for me as I live into this value of abundant life is paying attention to the people that I'm around. And what I didn't realize was for many years, I was surrounding myself with some people, not all people, but some people who were not abundant minded. And even if they thought they were, they showed up very scarcity minded. They showed up very fixed mindset in what I was capable of, or they were capable of, or what the world was capable of. And when I started to spend less time with people who were not abundant in their thinking, I started to attract more people who were. And it started to even shift my perspective. And so I was able to live more into my value of abundant life that I didn't even know I was capable of. Sometimes the people that we're around, we outgrow. And I think that's the hardest thing as a leader. It's the hardest thing as someone who's striving for success, is that people have a season and sometimes we need to let them go, or we need to move on and put ourselves in different rooms to allow us to live our new values, right? And how our values have evolved. And a story that I want to share that's really recent is I just recently got back from a trip to Italy leading a women's retreat. And about a week before we left, one of the women that was on this retreat, right? These are executives, successful, they have good careers. She reached out to me and she said, I don't know if I can go on this retreat. And I said, tell me more. And she said, I feel like it's so selfish right now for me to do this. And we had a great conversation around, what does it mean to be selfish? Yes, your kids are in activities and you feel like it's a busy time of year, but what if you didn't do it and your kids saw you give up something that was really important to you? What message is that sending them? What message is it sending your team? And the message here is the most successful people that I know are also selfish, and not in a negative way, not in a selfish to other people, but they're selfish about their own energy and their own time. And I think that's been the biggest lesson for me, is you can still care for other people. You can still be a great leader, and you can be selfish at the same time and manage those boundaries so that you can live the best, highest energy life for everyone else around you. That's one of my personal values, and I think it's important to me because now I have a word or words so that when I'm not feeling abundant, it's not about a situation that happened. It's not something I'm doing wrong. It's me knowing that there's a gap somewhere in my values that only I can solve, and I have to go in search of it. And so it's given me control over my life and my energy at a level that I never had before. So if you haven't heard me say it, everyone needs to do personal values work. And you really, as leaders, need to understand what those are so that you can be the best leader possible for your team.